You may remember in my last episode I mentioned that I was in Paris and I went to Allard restaurant with Nathan and we had the most delicious Bundt cake. They served it with rum on top and then some chantilly cream and strawberries. And I have to say, it is one of the most delicious puddings that I've ever had. And for its simplicity, I just thought I have to recreate this at home. So I've come up with my own Bundt cake recipe after looking at a few others. And I have tried this out the other day just to test it, and it turned out perfectly well. So I thought that today I would share this recipe with you, because you know me, I'm all about creating recipes and making things that are so simple but really satisfying and that people will love. So this is a new favourite of mine and I think you're really going to love it. So yeah, we only have a few ingredients. We've got some plain flour, eggs, sugar, milk, butter, baking powder, vanilla extract and a little bit of salt. And all you need is a Bundt pan, and you need to make sure that you really grease this well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a cooking spray in there and then I'll lightly dust it with flour. And I did that the other day and it came out of the pan perfectly, so it was all good. And the great thing is that when you take this out and you've got the shape of the Bundt cake, it looks so professional and so beautiful that people will think that you've made a huge effort, when really it's very, very simple. So this is going to be great for summer lunches and dinner parties. So I'm going to make that now, and I'm really excited to share it with you. So to begin, I'm adding the sugar and the butter to my mixer, and I'm going to use the paddle attachment to cream these together. I like to do this for about 10 minutes so that it's super soft and creamy. It always provides a much better result, I find. Scrape down the sides and give it another good whiz until it is lovely, soft and creamy. Then I'm adding the eggs in one by one to make sure that they're fully incorporated, and you will find that you have a lovely smooth batter then. The next thing that I am going to do is add in vanilla extract. And then I'm going to add in the flour, give it a bit of a whisk, and then I'm going to add the milk, whisk it again, and alternate between these two, always ending with the flour. And that is pretty much it for our batter. It is a lovely, beautiful batter, and it tastes wonderful. So that is all done. Quite easy, right? And now what we need to do is pour the batter into our Bundt tin. You can see the consistency is quite loose. Just want to make sure that I'm spreading it evenly. And this really is a great little recipe, like I mentioned. So easy, simple. It took about 15 minutes just to do all of that. It needs 45 minutes baking, so in an hour you have a lovely, lovely pudding. Great. So when you've poured it in, just make sure you smooth it around. I'll make sure I've got every last drop out of here, even though it is quite tempting to leave a little bit so that you can eat the batter, because it is quite delicious. But get it all in, so then you've got a bigger Bundt cake. And I have got a friend coming over tonight, my friend Graham, who owns a plant shop here in Edinburgh. He's one of my best friends. And I've told him that I'm making this and he's very excited. He loves food. And he used to own a bakery, so he is a great tester, although sometimes a little bit intimidating because he's a great baker. So he's going to try this, and we'll see what he says. But yeah, this is a great one for gatherings, parties, perhaps you're having a picnic, and it looks so beautiful when it's plated up as well. Then what I like to do is just take a cloth and wipe away any excess that's on the edges so that it doesn't get stuck. And then I'll finally just take a spoon and level this off even more. And I think we're good to go. This is going into the oven at 170 degrees for 45 minutes. All right, it's the moment of truth. So this has been cooling for about 20 minutes. Let's take it out of the pan. Perfect. All in one piece again. And it's perfectly baked. And look how great it looks when it's out of the pan. It looks very complicated, but it's so easy. So yeah, perfect that it came out just what I wanted. Nice and all together. Great. That was the nerve-wracking part. All that is good now. And now we serve it with chantilly cream, which is super easy to make. You just get some powdered sugar, some double cream, whip it together with a little bit of vanilla extract, and you have this gorgeous, gorgeous cream. So let's get a plate. I'm serving the bundt cake with this rum. This is a Don Popper rum, one of my favourites, and the difference that it makes to this cake is just incredible. Serving it with a beautiful dollop of chantilly cream and finishing with some fresh strawberries. Beautiful. Well, when I was about to take my first bite of the bundt cake last night, the battery on my camera died. So I've waited overnight to taste this. This is my first slice. So here goes, and I'm very much looking forward to it. The cream is perfect. It's the perfect consistency, not too over whipped. Wow, that is incredible. And actually, just like I remember when I was in Paris. Wow, with the rum, you have to, please make sure that you get rum if you don't have any at home, and just pour a little on top, because it just makes it total heaven. Wow, wow, wow. Super simple recipe. So delicious and satisfying, and your guests are going to think you're Martha Stewart. Amazing. So in the last video, when I showed you my new bookcase, a lot of people in the comments were asking about Tancredi, the painting that Jonathan Fremantle did for me, my Italian count, and I've moved him to the bedroom, and I actually think that's the perfect spot for him. He's a very handsome guy, and I get to walk into him every night. It's kind of like having a new boyfriend. So yeah, he is in the bedroom now, and he works really well. So I'll show you, and you can see what you think. And I also moved my chest of drawers there, which used to be where the bookcase is now, and that also looks really great in the room. It kind of adds a nice, elegant touch. So I'll show you now. So yes, Tancredi is there in the bedroom, and so is the wooden piece of furniture, and I think those two look really great together there. Just enhances this room so much. I still need to fix this paintings on the wall, but yeah, he's quite a presence there. It's a lovely day in Edinburgh, and I think I'm going to go and have a coffee now and a walk with Sophie and Peggy. So this morning we have the carpet cleaner coming You know that I had a new rug about 2 months ago. Well, it's already looking quite a mess. That is my fault for choosing such a light rug. But I had a party for my birthday and we had a few stains on it from champagne being trodden through. And then sometimes I look after Peggy and she comes here with Sophie, and if I ever have to leave them in the house for an hour or two, they will always do a pee on the carpet, which is really frustrating. But you know, they're not used to being left. So you can see there's a pee mark here, here and here. So I thought I need to get this carpet cleaned. So I've got the carpet cleaner coming now, and this will look like a completely brand new rug when he's finished. So that is going to be great. So everything has been moved out of the, well, away from the carpet over here. And I'm really looking forward to getting the rug all cleaned because of insubordinate little doggies. But we love them. So the carpet has been cleaned. You can see it's looking a lot better. All lovely and fresh. You still have, he said that he might not be able to get some of the pea stains out totally, so you can still see a little bit, which is a shame. But compared to what it was, it's looking a lot more bright and clean and beautiful again. So that is a very good job indeed. Ready for spring, getting everything all clean and fresh. So I've just dropped Sophie off at the dog groomer. She really needs a good groom. And when I do that, it's about 40 minutes away from Edinburgh in the car. So it's, rather than me driving all the way home, by the time I get there, it's time to come back. So I always come to either IKEA or Dobby's Garden Centre, which are both very close. So I have come to Dobby's. I want to spruce up the garden a little bit. It's looking okay now, but it needs a good clean, so I'm going to jet wash it. And I'm going to buy some new plants here, and I'm also going to buy a new set for the garden, a sofa or 2 little chairs to relax on, because I've got my round table, a bench, but there's nothing really comfortable to sit out in the garden on. So I've seen something in IKEA that I think will work. So I'm going to get some plants now, and then I'm going to see if we have time to go to IKEA. IKEA is about 15 minutes away from here. So if I quickly go in and get some plants and then run to IKEA, I might have time to do both before Sophie's finished. I've got Peggy with me. She's curled up. You can see her little white fur there. I've had Peggy for almost 2 weeks. She's going home later today. So I'm going to take Peggy in. It's quite a warm day, so she can't stay in the car. So she's going to come with me, and we're going to go plant shopping. So it's quite fun. So I am back from the groomer and from the garden centre, and I didn't get many plants. I didn't really like too many of them, so I just went for these white hydrangeas. I bought 3 of them because someone said to me a few weeks ago, always buy in odd numbers, and I feel like that is a great little tip. It always looks better unless you want like a symmetrical look for planting a garden. Odd numbers are better. And then I bought these. They're actually not terracotta, but they look like terracotta pots, and they have this beautiful emblem on them. Can you see that? Quite elegant. These were £20 each, and I just thought I couldn't really find any pots that I really liked. I liked these the most. I just thought that I could perhaps paint these and then plant them up. So it's Friday afternoon. I've got a busy day today. I'm meeting some friends and going for some drinks, and so I'm going to leave this for tonight. Nathan's coming to collect Peggy and Sophie. He's having them for the night to give me a break, because I've had them both for over 2 weeks, travelling down to my brother's wedding and everything else. So he's coming to take the dogs off my hands for the night. I'm going out for dinner with my friend Kimberly. And so it's a lovely Friday afternoon, and the weather in Edinburgh is just perfect. So I'm feeling on top of the world, and I think over this weekend I'm going to do the task of jet washing the stone, planting these pots. I didn't manage to go to IKEA, by the way. I didn't have enough time. By the time I'd been to the garden centre, the groomer was calling to say that Sophie will be ready in 15 minutes. So I might go there tomorrow, because I haven't got the dogs. I'll maybe go to IKEA tomorrow, get the lounge set, clean up the patio, plant out these hydrangeas, and maybe look for some others, and then the garden will be looking quite nice, ready for the summertime. So yeah, everything's perfect, and I really enjoyed this little day with you all, baking, carpet cleaning, and now buying plants. So I want to wish you all a really, really lovely weekend, whatever you're doing. Please let me know in the comments what you're up to this weekend. I always like to see what you're all doing, and I look forward to seeing you next time. But until then, do take care. Bye-bye everyone. See you soon.